In this video, I'll be breaking down some of the essential life lessons from The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Insights that might just change the way you see your own journey. You can get the book from the top link in the description. I've made a video before this one which provides some context to the topics I'll be covering. I'll put that top right. I'm going to start with some lessons from a thief scene. At the start of his journey, Santiago arrives in a foreign country where he feels lost and isolated, as everyone is speaking a different language. Suddenly, a young man approaches him, speaking Spanish. Relieved to find someone who understands him, Santiago quickly begins to trust this stranger. He asks how he might reach the pyramids, and the young man offers to help, but warns that Santiago will need money for the journey. Santiago hands over his money, so the stranger can see if it's enough. After pocketing it, the young man leads Santiago out of the crowded pub, saying they need to buy camels for the trip. In the bustling marketplace, Santiago is briefly distracted by a beautiful sword. When he turns back, he realises that the young man and his money are gone. The lessons in this for real life are: be careful who you trust, don't get distracted, learn from setbacks, don't rush to make decisions, and that adversity is part of the journey. Now this is lessons from the crystal merchant. Santiago's time with the crystal merchant in The Alchemist holds a powerful lesson about comfort zones and how they can quietly hold us back from our dreams. Let's dive into why his time here was a bigger test than it seemed. After setting out to find treasure near the pyramids, Santiago's journey quickly hits a setback when he's robbed in Tangier. With no money left to continue his quest, he's stranded in a foreign land and his dream feels farther away than ever. To earn the money he needs to keep moving, Santiago takes a job with a crystal merchant, hoping to save up just enough to travel again. At first, the work is only meant to be temporary, but as the months pass, Santiago finds himself earning well and getting comfortable with the steady income. The longer he stays, the more tempting it is to settle for this life and let go of his dream of reaching the pyramids. So the lesson in this is that this is where Santiago faces a hidden challenge: comfort. The money and security that make it easy to forget the reason he set out in the first place, and he even considers abandoning his journey altogether. But deep down, he realises that no amount of comfort can replace the calling of his heart. So through this experience, Santiago learns a powerful lesson about comfort zones, which many people fall into, really. They're easy to slip into, but they can keep us from reaching our true purpose. His time with the crystal merchant shows that temporary security isn't the same as true fulfillment. To follow his dreams, Santiago has to step out of that comfort zone and risk uncertainty again, just like we often must to reach what truly matters. Now here's a lesson on courage from The Alchemist. In the desert, a mysterious horseman charges toward Santiago on a powerful white horse, draws his sword and demands, "Who dares to read the meaning of the flight of the hawks?" Santiago admits it was him and bows his head, ready to receive a blow from the sword. He then said, "Many lives will be saved, because I was able to see through the soul of the world." But the sword did not fall. Instead, the stranger lowers the sword to touch his forehead, drawing a droplet of blood. When the stranger asks why he interpreted the hawks, Santiago explains, "The birds wanted to save the oasis." The stranger challenges, "Who are you to change what Allah has willed?" Santiago replies, "Allah created the armies and the hawks. Everything has been written by the same hand. What is a stranger doing in a strange land? I am following my destiny. It's not something you would understand." The stranger placed his sword in its scabbard, and the boy relaxed. "I had to test your courage," the stranger said. Courage is the quality most essential to understanding the language of the world. The boy was surprised. The stranger was speaking of things that very few people knew about. "You must not let up, even after having come so far." He continued, "You must love the desert, but never trust it completely, because the desert tests all men. It challenges every step and kills those who become distracted." What he said reminded the boy of the old king. Now this is a great part that I titled as "Leaving Purpose for Love." Choosing love versus following your destiny. Santiago's dilemma. Santiago feels torn between staying with Fatima, whom he loves, and continuing his quest for treasure. He tells the alchemist he wants to stay at the oasis, believing Fatima is worth more than any treasure. The alchemist's perspective on love. The alchemist explains that Fatima, being a woman of the desert, understands that men must go away to fulfill their quests and return. Her treasure is Santiago himself, and she trusts he will find his destiny. A vision of regret. The alchemist warns Santiago what would happen if he stayed. In the first year, Santiago would be happy, settling into life at the oasis, but as time goes by, the omens will remind him of his treasure. He'd try to ignore them, but in the third year, he'd feel restless, and Fatima might feel she interrupted his journey, a life unfulfilled. By the fourth year, Santiago would stop seeing omens altogether. Though he'd have wealth and power, he'd be haunted by the regret of not pursuing his destiny. True love supports destiny. The Alchemist says that true love doesn't stop a person from fulfilling their dreams. If someone abandons their path, it's not true love. True love speaks the language of the world. Santiago's decision. Remembering the crystal merchant's unfulfilled dream and trusting in Fatima's love, Santiago decides to follow the alchemist and continue his journey. With this choice, he finds peace in his heart. Conclusion. Santiago learns that love and destiny can coexist, but true fulfillment comes from pursuing one's purpose, with love as a support rather than a restraint. Thank you for watching. Please like if you learnt something and subscribe to keep learning. If you want to read the book, as I said, then it will be top of the description. If you haven't watched my other videos on this book, or the next video on this book is out, then the playlist will be on screen now. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.